Hello everybody, welcome to episode 5 of Saturdays. So episode 5 is with my friend Monty. This episode is for anyone looking to change their life completely. That's change their career, change where they live, change the goals that they've always wanted to go after. Monty is a very successful founder from the UK. He runs a healthcare startup over there, but he's also a musician and he's just released his album Big Business this week as well. So Monty will talk about his music, talk about his life to date, but he'll also talk about the 3-step framework that he's applied to making this massive change and releasing this album for us today. So make sure you check it out after we listen to the show and enjoy. Let's get into it.
Okay. Boom.
Boom. Let's go.
Welcome.
Baby. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here, you wonderful. Let's cheers.
Cheers to some
Let's
smoothies.
cheers. Yes, there's my little drink.
What have you got? What's in yours?
Mine is a delightful tropical mix. It's a bit of, I forget what's in this again?
Passion fruit, mango.
Passion fruit. Pineapple.
Is that good?
There we go. Let me here. I feel I'm leaving people at home out. Let me just zoom over here.
Nice. Look at this.
What is?
It's like the chicken shop date. Have you seen that?
What? Yeah, it's like chicken shop here. This is great. What's on the menu? What is this delightful drink? No, the camera's not out in here. I'm just charging my phone. This is a phone charger.
Why are you so zoomed in?
Yeah. Okay. I'll stop being weird. We're supposed to be doing a podcast. God damn it, Monty! You make me feel like a child.
Is that your podcast specifically around smoothies?
Yeah, it's just about 7 different kinds of smoothies.
So let me take you back to my first smoothie.
Yeah. I remember my first smoothie. Smoothies aside, how are you today?
I'm good. I fired someone.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
And I was bummed because I tried to fire him yesterday. He didn't turn up to the call.
That is a good sign that this person should not be at your company.
I know. And then so I did all the basically just for context, I run a health technology business. We support about 2.7 million people. We have a team.
Yeah, you're a ridiculous man.
Yeah, and so me and my brother started it about 7 years ago.
Okay.
And someone had to be transitioned out, and I spent a bunch of time in my brain thinking about all the steps that needed to be done, aligning the team, doing the handover, and then coming to the moment of me firing him. He just didn't turn up to the call.
He obviously knew that was coming, right?
Yeah, but you can't avoid it.
No, if you don't show up, you can't be fired. I'm not fired, I quit.
It was like that. Yeah, so we revoked all of his access, and then this morning, I'm like, I have to have this conversation because I was hoping to get it out of the way.
Yeah.
It fucks my energy if I spend too much time.
But man, yeah, it's draining for, that's irregardless of if this person is good or bad.
It's another human being.
Yeah,
that's
going to take a lot from your soul, for sure.
Yeah.
Monty, we've dove straight into your love for smoothies and healthcare company. I know about you. I'm delighted you're here, but for the people watching and listening, who are you, what do you do, and what do you think we're going to chat about?
I hope we talk about creativity and the importance of creativity.
Nice.
I hope we talk about the importance of getting financially free, making loads and loads of money, and it not being something that is in opposition to mental freedom and enjoyment and expression.
Okay.
I think sometimes it's if I have to make loads of money, then I have to sacrifice a lot of other stuff in my life.
Of course.
And I would like to talk about that and more of a balance. For context, in some concise bullet points.
Oh, Business Monty. Yeah. Here we go.
This is my keynote speech.
This is it. Welcome to Monty's TED Talk.
So welcome everyone. Thank you for joining. Appreciate it. Get comfy. Get a glass of water if you have a glass of water.
Or a smoothie.
It's important that we stay super hydrated.
It is key for this point. Sorry. Man, it's so good to talk to you. We've done before we do your concise bullet points. I had another brilliant interview this morning. I usually don't do 2 in a day, but that one I prepared for loads because I didn't know him. But with you, I was like, I just want a free flow and understand what you want to talk about. But I was you bring great energy.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting to have a list of questions. I don't even like when people ask me methodical questions.
Yeah.
It feels like it feels like work.
100%.
So we get to just hang out.
And this is we are hanging out with a camera right in the center of us. But no, you're in concise bullet points for the we know what you want to talk about now. What is who are you?
30 years old,
30 years old.
male.
Male. Good.
I'm
okay.
talking 2 arms, 2 eyes,
You've got
2 ears.
Yeah. Four toes.
4 toes.
No, I don't.
That's
have
a
four.
story.
That's a story. Where the fuck did that go?
It wasn't like that yesterday.
Yeah, my god, damn you, Monty. Did you take my toe again?
This smoothie tastes weird.
So we have the maturity both of 10-year-olds.
Yeah, exactly.
We're both in our 30s.
Whether that is.
Yeah.
So, they're the key points. I'm a human. I enjoy living life a lot. The things that other people would say about me is that I studied engineering.
Okay.
I did mechanical engineering at a university called Imperial College London.
Yes.
And it's the equivalent of MIT for Europe. It's actually better than Oxford and Cambridge.
Okay.
So, fuck Oxford and Cambridge.
Fuck you guys.
If you want to have like a thumbnail.
Yeah,
a
yeah.
controversial, polarizing thumbnail.
Monty tells Oxford and Cambridge how it is. Those guys.
Yeah, what are they thinking?
What do they think? Yeah.
And so I went to a really incredibly academically focused university, did engineering, and started a business while I was at university.
Okay.
And the business I started because of 2 reasons, and I'll give you one of the reasons.
Yeah.
One of the key reasons is my grandmother fell over and was left lying, needing help in the garden for a long time. And it happened because the people who were supposed to be supporting her were so busy with all of this background admin stuff.
Yeah.
Like, hey, like filling out forms and all these things. They didn't have the time and mental bandwidth to go and actually support my grandmother in the way that they should have.
Okay. Okay.
So me and my brother, when I was 23, and my brother when he was 25, so basically kids, came up with this idea of why don't we use automated calls to improve how people are communicated with in care.
Oh shit. Okay.
And so we started this business, COVID started, me and my brother moved to Kenya for 2 years, and then
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, so I went and lived in Kenya for 2 years. We went to Turkey for a weekend, and then we got stuck there, and then we ended up moving to Kenya.
Yeah.
Long story short. And since then, I have been growing this business aggressively, and we won Innovator of the Year, or Yokeru, my business was named Innovator of the Year in the US last year.
What's your business called? I've never asked you that.
Yokeru, Y-O-K-E-R-U.
Yokeru. Okay, good.
It means to avoid mistakes in Japanese. It's based on a Japanese design principle called Pokiyoki.
Okay.
And it was invented by Toyota. And Toyota invented it about plug sockets. So a plug can only be put in a wall in one way. You can't fuck up a plug. Unless you're really stupid. And it's called a Pokiyoki design principle. So I named my business after that. So when I don't do my business, I make music about my life, and it just happens to be that I'm making music about my business because my business is my life at the moment. And so I've got an album coming out in 2 weeks' time.
2 weeks' time.
Subscribe button.
But actually, fun fact, we're going to release this in 2 weeks' time. So your album will be coming out now.
Go listen to it.
Go listen to it right now. You better go do it.
Put that smoothie down.
Yeah, for God's sake. Someone please listen to my music. This is delicious. Thank you. Thank you, Rico's. Okay. So and you said to me at the very start of this chat that you want to talk about creativity and that area. That's what you hope that you and I can catch up about.
I just think it's such an inherently human thing to do.
Yeah.
And I think it's such a shame when people, so if you're watching this and you like doing stuff that isn't work and isn't making money, then it's really important that you do those things because it's a gift to yourself in a way that no one else can gift you.
Yeah.
It's like a sacred honoring to yourself to allow yourself to be human beyond what is expected of us within society. So doing stuff that is unnecessary because of the pure enjoyment is more important now than ever because we're all like conditioned and trained to only do stuff to make money. Only do stuff for status. But just like doing stuff for the sake of doing stuff is like an inherently human quality and really, really, really important.
Okay.
That's why. So that's it.
And what gives you pure joy? Like what's that?
Surfing.
Okay.
Hanging out with friends. The sun. Frogs. Frogs are great. They're such a cool animal.
Okay, tell me more. I know I get the surfing in the sun. I
They're just really, they're just incredibly still.
Yeah.
And, like animals that are just like ridiculously still.
Okay.
Like a sloth. There's just something mysterious about these animals that just like chill out and just stare
Yeah.
into the abyss. It's like there's no urgency.
They don't need They don't need any mindfulness.
They don't
apps.
need headspace.
Those fucking guys.
Yeah, for reals.
They are real life. They don't need any meditation.
It's like a reminder to us, which is like a lot of people, myself included, for a long time, is like emotionally dysregulated.
Yeah.
And then to see like a really tranquil animal just like floating through the ocean or like sat on a rock for like hours, I think it's fucking nice.
Do you think do you feel like a sloth or a frog now yourself?
No, I feel like I don't even know what animal I'd feel like. I've been through the whole spectrum. I felt like a maggot once.
A what?
A maggot.
Oh, maggot.
And then a wasp.
A wasp?
And then a dog. Like I've kind of, as my brain has evolved and my
Yeah.
consciousness has like leveled up, I kind of like moved through these different like. So when I've taken psychedelics,
Yeah.
I tend to go into the state, or like it emphasizes the state of my mind that I'm in at the time.
Yeah.
And then initially I was like a little like fucking worm. This is like 5 years ago.
Okay.
I was like confused and muddy.
Yeah.
And then my most recent trip, I was like the great divine, and it's like beautifully amazing prisms and like such peace and tranquility. So I've like moved through the whole animal kingdom.
And during these experiences or these trips, right? Did you you felt like you felt like these animals, like a wasp, a
I was a
maggot?
wasp, yeah.
Oh shit!
Like fully embodied, because if we think about it, like you and I are obviously humans.
I hope so.
Yeah, well,
yeah. Like
I think you are.
as you said, some people would say I am see me as an engineer.
My ex would say that I'm something else.
Yeah, my ex would say a lot of things as well. Yeah, we should bring her up.
A surprise!
She's outside. This is a game show. Oh fuck! She found
you didn't do
me.
your research.
Yeah, my
I
god.
moved to Santa Teresa for a reason.
Yeah. I know she's your girlfriend. Oh, delightful. These smoothies are so psychedelic.
You know, if we've evolved from single-celled organisms,
Yeah.
then it means that we've been through many stages that other animals are still in.
Okay.
Like if we were bacteria or like single like amoebas, and then we became like lizards, and it just happened that those lizards diverted as their landscape changed.
Okay.
So then we have in some aspect of us like the same DNA memory as a lizard,
Okay.
because like we're all like evolutionarily like related to each other.
Yeah.
In terms of, like we're a monkey as well, and also
Absolutely.
like maybe partly fish. And so in a psychedelic trip,
Okay.
in terms of how we got here, this isn't crazy.
No, I'm not. I'm
You're looking at me like this guy is nuts.
I love it. Like, tell me more, sloth man.
It's like our ingredients, like we're cakes.
Yeah.
If I'm a cake, my
Yes.
ingredients of me being a cake is eggs and flour and butter.
Got it.
But this egg and flour and butter in it is all my DNA, and my DNA has evolved over millions and millions of years through different strains of animals that have like diverted and split. Like a lizard at this point split and then suddenly started walking and became like a human.
Yeah.
You know, so it doesn't mean that lizard experience. We still have lizard brains. It
Okay.
doesn't mean it's just lost as it become a human. It's incorporated into the humanity. And so when I take a big psychedelic trip, I felt embodied, because I think what it is my brain is tapping into, or at least like expressing or something, these parts of my psyche that have evolved from my evolutionary journey so far.
Have you always felt like this, or was it taking psychedelics that gave you more ingredients to your cake?
What the fuck do you think?
Definitely. No, absolutely. Yeah, you're like yeah, but like Monty at 10 to Monty at 30. Like, was that person like if we're chatting at 10? Both of us are 10 years old. Like, if we're would that Monty be very different to the Monty that I?
Pretty sure I was depressed at 10 years old.
Okay.
I was like pretty depressed. I think due to generational trauma,
Okay.
I was incredibly dissociated.
Yeah.
Basically the whole way up to 27, 28.
Okay.
And so the Monty back then is still inherently the same Monty, but didn't have the mental CPU, didn't have like the mental RAM
Yeah.
to even like think about these things. And so I was like an iPod Nano
Yeah.
back then. In terms that you could like scroll and play 1 or 2 songs.
Yeah.
And now I'm like an iPhone, whatever this is, to 18.
17. You're a nano.
And I was a Nano. And so it's like, I still had some hardware and some software, but now I'm like an iPhone 17 that have like apps, and I can like think about the future and think about the past and think about different scenarios. So it's, again, like who I am now is just, I think, a pure expression of who I was as a seed. Because it's really cool, because as I start to like really get into my stride in life, a lot of the things that I'm doing and starting to do and even think about are things that I thought about when I was like 10 years old.
It's pretty cool, dude.
Yeah, because I knew that I wanted to become mentally free and financially free and make music from a super young age. I was like, there's no point making music if I'm broke, because I'll stress and I want to have a family.
Yeah.
There's no point making loads of money if I don't have a creative outlet.
Yeah.
There's no point having either of those if I'm not happy and mentally free.
Okay.
And so like that was like a core driver of me since like as long as I can remember. And now I get to have the fruits of those thoughts. So to answer your question, same Monty, it's just those seeds have germinated into this 30-year-old version of me right now.
Can we go back to like the Monty from 10 to 27? I think you said it was where you weren't happy, you were depressed. Like
I was just dissociated. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but like, how did you solve that disassociation? Because there's a lot of people out here, and me included. Like, I've definitely had times where I've been low and depressed and didn't want to get out of bed, and I didn't see hope. I didn't really see the light looking up. How did you change that?
Yeah, for reals, dude. It's a real thing. It's so real across so many people. Like the mass majority of humans are dissociated in some aspect.
Can you define what does dissociated mean to you?
Stressed.
Stressed.
Because stressed is basically when we feel stress, what happens is our mind is fighting against our own mind.
Yeah.
Like he shouldn't have done that to me.
Yeah.
Or she shouldn't have done that to me. What's happened is they're not even there in the first place. Now.
Yeah, they're not even there.
But then the second place is there's a perception that we've created of someone, like a ghostly, like a mental fabrication of them.
Fantasy.
A fantasy.
Dude, yeah.
And then we're just fighting against that fantasy. So we have disassociation because we've split our psyche, and then one part of my mind is believing another part to be separate from itself, and then it's fighting against it.
What about, like, you've mentioned mind there, but like, does your heart have anything to do with it, or?
So mind and body are one in my experience.
Okay, so when you say mind, you mean everything?
I mean, there's like no boundary between any of this.
Okay.
But like in terms of my experience, like it's the felt experience.
It's all good.
Okay.
We're all, Mike. It's good to go. Maybe just move it away there. You can show a little bit of nipple if you want. That's all.
There we go.
Now we're getting censored.
That's the second thumbnail.
God damn.
What a journey! What a journey! I went from Oxford and Cambridge to wandering like
Nipples in Imperial College and smoothies.
Nipples Imperial.
Sorry to be. I'm taking us off course there, but so that's all one for you.
Yeah. So I actually did a post on Insta about it just before this, which is saying that the tension in my body is thought which is not being witnessed.
Okay.
So when I feel the tension, thoughts arise, and when I witness those thoughts, the tension disappears, which means that the tension is thoughts. It's like bundled thoughts, compressed, condensed, and then identified with and like stuck. And that's what, if people feel really solid, if people feel like they've got a really strong sense of like boundary, it's because they've got loads and loads of thoughts that are like repressed inside of their system, and they haven't released them, and then they've labeled those thoughts, which are bundled of energy, as like physical body.
Okay.
So it is like disassociation is thinking that one part of the body or mind or thoughts is an enemy. Basically, any aspect of suffering comes from thinking that there's something external to our experience. It's not. It's all just like our perceptions, and then thinking that these external things are not feelings or thoughts. Because everything that we experience is a feeling or a thought because it comes through our brain.
Okay.
And then it's like a fabricated 3D hologram thing. I don't really understand how it works or why it works.
Do you think a lot?
Not as much as you'd imagine.
Yeah. It's just like, it's like a maze in there that I'm trying to get around myself with my little map. Aha! Oh! Found you. So that change at 27, 28.
Yeah.
Like why? Like why? Like how did you? Because that's hard. That's a hard place to get out of.
Yeah.
mind, body, heart, or whatever we want to call it, right?
The journey was, I traveled loads. I mean, I've traveled so much, which has been a blessing. And traveling is fantastic because it's a consistent change of environment, and whenever the environment is changed, it highlights the things that I'm carrying with me versus the things that are due to the environment. Like, if I live in a town my whole life, I might create preferences of like, I hate this shopkeeper, this postman's really nice. Okay. You know, we have all these perceptions that we like really heavily project on other things. But if I'm always moving, my brain is consistently creating new ideas about like what this world means.
Absolutely.
And so I get to have more. I'm less enslaved to my.
Sorry to interrupt. Hold on. The proprietor of this store is leaving. Ricky. Oh my God! A guest appearance.
Wow.
The
Thanks
man.
for having us, bro.
You
do. Want to interrupt?
No, of course. Good day. Thank you so much for letting us host here.
No worries.
This is
Anytime.
this place is beautiful. We will be back. Man, thank you.
stuff.
Yeah, 100%. Let's thank you for letting us host it here.
Of course. Yeah.
Perfect. Take care.
ya.
Goodbye.
Ciao, dude.
There he is. We'll film him walking out there. There we go.
Where does it run, the podcast? Where can I see it?
Oh, this isn't a podcast. I'm just having a chat with my friend. No, I'm joking. There's sorry. So it's Saturdays and it's on YouTube, Spotify, and it's Saturdays ... This episode will be out in 2 weeks' time
May 16th.
because he has an album coming out there. But
Amazing.
yeah, well,
I heard the podcast and you're out.
I'm going to, but I'm going to put a clip up later today of being here, if that's okay.
Of course.
Awesome. See you later.
Yeah.
And back to the pod.
Welcome back.
I hope that's okay. I wanted us to say goodbye.
He's a good guy for this.
Oh, he's a fucking legend. So traveling, your environment giving you new ideas. That
It like is a consistent refresher of my experience.
yeah,
And so traveling plus, I went on a meditation. I've been on a couple of silent meditation retreats. It was like 10-day silence. I've done 2 10 and then 1 14, and then I did a 3-month meditation retreat thing as well.
yeah,
And so I spent a lot of hours on the cushion, like investigating. Like if you sit down and you have a Rubik's Cube and you've got nothing else to do for 10 days, you're gonna learn that Rubik's Cube.
And did you learn that Rubik's Cube?
No, I actually broke my brain for a while.
No, I did not.
No, I fucked
You're
myself.
actually giving me a little bit of hope. Like, oh fuck, maybe I can finally do a Rubik's Cube.
I ruined. I'm not even sure ruined. I entered into a super deep depressed state at the age of 24 after a meditation retreat for 3 years.
Oh fuck! A meditation retreat caused you.
Triggered, yeah, because I don't even say it, it's like I believed in my mind so much that I thought it was fact.
Yeah.
And then what happens on this retreat is a lot of unprocessed trauma, not from my
course.
parents, just from life,
Yeah, yeah.
came up. And then it all came up at once, and I freaked out so much that I fried my nervous system. And then it created this journey.
Pretty scary, dude.
Yeah, it's like my own hand with a knife stabbing myself, which is kind of crazy. It's like, I'm so scared.
No, it's terrifying.
And then that journey of me being incredibly depressed and suicidal at points, led me to either killing myself or trying to figure out this once and for all. It was like there's a saying in meditation which is, best not to start, but once started, best to finish.
Okay.
And it comes down to I don't really think of this too much anymore, but it comes down to there's different maps and stages and frameworks about meditation. I think a lot of it's bullshit. But at that point, I was
It's
like,
interesting you say meditation's bullshit, but you have done so much of it.
yeah, I think like sitting down and focusing on one's breath in a Vipassana is a really primitive way of training the mind.
Okay.
And come at me, meditation bro.
No, I love it. I love it. No,
but
it's good. It's good because like we're in the home of breathwork. We're in the home of breathing and
Because it's like what's happening is our brain wants stimulation.
Okay.
If we're doing breath work and we do like focus back on the breath,
Yeah.
on the breath, it's not that interesting. I've never sat and just like watched someone else's breath and be like, this is fascinating. Let me watch
sure.
this breath. But then we sit down and train our own brain to try and do that. It's so boring.
Okay.
It's like, and so I don't think the thing that I've done a lot of it, thinking it would try and strengthen my mind, but it never strengthened my mind. It just created expectation of me trying, or it never really strengthened my mind. The thing that strengthened my mind is a lot of, and it's going to be too long for today's conversation.
I've got all day. I got time.
All right, fine.
Oh shoot! Yeah.
The purpose of meditation, in my understanding, is twofold. The first fold is training the mind so we can have focused attention on the thing that we want attention on.
Yeah.
It's like we're talking, but then every so often a absolute fire girl walks past,
Yeah.
and you and I are both like, and then we're like, what the fuck was I talking about? And then we come back and go,
Or a fire smoothie.
or a fire. I'm not interested in smoothies in that way, but whatever.
I don't think you are. I think you're giving smoothies a hard time.
You keep your smoothies, brother.
You keep your smoothie opinion to yourself, good sir.
We edit that. We cut that out. And so we have a design, like our attention is basically how much can we sustain focus on something.
Yeah.
Like if you're sat down, you and I are both sat down, we're both working,
Yeah.
and I'm writing emails, you're writing emails. If you spend half your time daydreaming, then over the course of a year, I'll be further ahead in whatever thing I'm trying to do versus you. So it's a really, really useful skill to have. So that's attention. The second one is, with good attention, we can start to investigate our experience, which means to be like, okay, if I can sit down and I have a Rubik's Cube in front of me, if I don't have good attention, I just will be like, oh, I've got a Rubik's Cube, I've got a Rubik's, like it's just this non-stop scattered attention.
Yeah.
And so first stage, which is why everyone focus, like stage one of meditation, is we train our brain when it moves away to come back. But our brain isn't like a single thing that we're moving attention back onto an object.
Yeah.
It's not like I have a rudder. It's not like I have a laser pointer and I'm pointing it at something and then I get distracted and the laser pointer moves away and then I point it back. That's not how our brains work. Our brains are like a non-centralized set of sub-processes. So this aspect of trying to move attention back is another aspect of thought.
It's tough to do. Or tough to maintain.
Yeah, so it's like there's not even a thing that's holding a laser pointer that's moving a laser pointer from A to B. That's just not that's how like traditional meditation is talking. Like when you focus on your breath, you lose attention. Move your, again emphasizing like the doer.
Yeah.
Move your attention back onto your breath. It's like creating all of this. Like if you think of like I'm not sure if anyone who's listening to this who does stats or vectors understands that like if I have an arrow has to have a point of origination and a point of like end. So if I have my attention, we think of attention as like I'm moving my arrow of attention from something to something else. So that makes sense. It's like people say arrow of attention like it's something that I can move around and change.
Yeah.
That's not really how our brain works, at least in my experience.
No.
And so the first stage is to try and stabilize things so we can see what's going on. Second stage is to have enough of stable attention to see what's going on, which is like, okay, I've now got a Rubik's Cube in my hand. What happens if I move this across? What happens if I move this up? What happens if I move this bottom bit across? And the same goes with the puzzle of our brain, which is like, how do I train my brain so I can stay in one location for a long enough time without becoming self-conscious, without like sabotaging all my thoughts, without just having a stressful moment? And then how can I use this time that I now have, this like limited time, to look at this Pandora's box, which has eluded and confused humans for as long as humans have been around? How can we look at this Pandora's box and figure out why is it so stressful just to be a human being? Yeah. And so what I do, I created a tool, and I'm not trying to sell anything. You can use it for free. You don't use it, I don't care. This is zero sales thing. Like, I have created. It's
not a pyramid scheme.
It's not a pyramid scheme, but you get lifetime access if you give me all your money right now.
And if you bring two friends.
And if you bring two friends. To Somos tonight at 6:30.
Glitching. Glitch.
Wait, what was I talking about?
Where's my fucking? Where is my Rubik's Cube?
Where's my attention?
Where's your vector now, Monty?
Somewhere else.
Okay. So like again, you are like Monty's mind is a Pandora's box. Is that fair to say?
I'd say everyone's mind is exactly the same as my mind.
Do you think?
Yeah. I just think people are disassociated. No, 100%. Because I used to be so unable to function when I was 24 that I went home and stayed with my parents. When I was 26, I went home and stayed with my parents for 6 months. Didn't do any business. My brother thought I was leaving the business. I made like one song a month, and that's all I did. I just like walked around the field like a fucking zombie. And so like I know from first-hand experience that
mad.
having
That's great,
been
man.
heavily dissociated and like stressed about money, stressed about like all of these things, that it's not an aspect of the capacity of my brain.
Yeah.
It was due to how well-oiled my mind was,
Yeah.
versus how much great dirt and fucking sawdust that was like poured in there through like other external environmental
Of
factors.
course.
So when people are like looking at Monty or Lex or whatever and thinking like, he's so intense, he must have a special type of brain, like I genuinely don't think that. I think that everyone has the capability, and I'm not a special man at this point. Come back to me in 5 years, it's gonna be like 6 times. But
Yeah.
like, everyone's gonna be like, oh, he just thinks with a certain level of intensity. I just don't think that's the case. I think just if you don't think with that level of intensity or like clarity, it's because of this dissociation, this like dissociated veil.
Okay.
That is, but people don't like to acknowledge the fact that they may be not living with their full like mental
Yeah.
processing power. People would rather, or people have been conditioned. So mad, bro. If I go to someone, I'm like, hey, I don't think you're using your maximum mental power. One of the reactions that people tend to have is, no, I'm fine, nothing wrong with me. And it's like a defensive aspect of, I don't want to even think about it.
Yeah.
And so it takes a certain level of luck and fortune for that person to have seen enough people to normalize this as a potential thing, for them to say, okay, what about me actually training my mind in a way that makes me realize, because if you came to me when I was 20 years old, I was like drinking, doing hella drugs, like basically just a absolute fuckboy.
You were trying to escape.
I was trying to escape, but if you said, hey Monty, just as a heads up, I think you're super confused right now about what your life is.
Yeah.
I'd have been like, fuck you, dude. I'm absolutely fine.
You didn't want to hear it.
Didn't want to hear it.
Huh.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so like people, I don't think that I have a special brain in any sense. I just think I've like gone through that down point,
Yeah.
which has given me enough momentum and motivation which gave me enough momentum to go and really investigate my own experience.
Yeah.
And through really investigating my experience, I'm like, oh shit, this is something that anyone could do. It's just people aren't motivated enough because they don't suffer to the extent that someone has to suffer.
Dude, I don't think they know how. When I was on my back, the best kind of description I can give it is like, do you know in Batman where Bane puts Batman in that prison where he has to and he starts doing press ups and he has to jump over that, he has to climb up and jump to get to that rock, and he does it without the rope because you need to do it without fear. And I think that's where when I was pretty bad, when I was looking up and looking at that light, I was like, I don't know how to do it. And I think you have to do a certain degree of walking through fear. The best way I can distill it for me, if I was talking to myself of a year ago or 2 years ago, I would say to me, Patrick, and this is what I did. I was like, I used to do things that really scared me. So that could have been talking to a girl, that could have been asking for a discount here, that could have been anything, starting a business. But I wrote every single thing that scared me down, and all of a sudden it built over time, and then I slowly came out of that hole.
Yeah.
And yeah,
It's actually a really solid approach. Yeah,
That's it,
labeling what one is afraid of, and then looking at the consequences of this fear.
yeah,
I'm afraid of talking to a girl. People who
Absolutely.
watch this will be scared of talking to girls. And then you'd be like, okay, what does being afraid of talking to girls lead to?
yeah.
I don't talk to girls.
Oh, I've never thought of it that way. What does it lead to? That's very interesting.
This is one of the things that completely changed my life. Is this, if this, then that framework?
Yeah,
Oh my god! If I had to, if I could only keep 3 belongings in my life, this framework would be one of them.
Tell me more about this framework.
So it's we write down a fear. For the guys watching, what happens if she doesn't like me?
Yeah,
I'm scared of this girl. Then we write, because what happens is our brains are only aware of this small context window. It's
Okay.
we don't think of the consequences of this thought.
okay.
We just think the thought.
We just think the fucking thought.
But we don't think of the consequences of thinking that thought. And if we
Yeah.
had the broader context,
It's
in
our thoughts
brain-
calling. It's,
Yeah, ring, ring.
yeah.
If we had the broader context of what this thought does to
Okay.
our experience, if we also had that thought of the broader context of
Yeah.
what does this thought do,
What does this thought do? Yeah,
we wouldn't listen to this thought.
absolutely.
So the example is, I'm scared of talking to girls. Number one, super common for dudes.
Okay, yeah.
What happens if you're scared of talking to girls? You don't talk to girls.
You don't talk to girls.
What happens if you don't talk to girls? You feel like shit.
Yeah.
If you feel like shit, you probably are more likely to go and do shit like watch porn or like take or drink or just like your life just gets fucking shit.
It just gets melancholic.
Your bros don't respect you. You've got no girls in your life. It's just trash.
Yeah.
And what does that lead to? Just like depression. And then what does depression lead to? Ill health.
Yeah.
You know? Damaged immune system. And what does a damaged immune system lead to? I'm more likely to have to go to the doctors. You know,
Yeah,
I got a cough.
yeah.
I start losing my hair. What does losing your hair lead to? And like getting a cough and getting ill. I have to go fucking get like pills and injections. And then suddenly we see there's so much pain that this thought, if I believed it to be, it's not even believing it to be true, like this thought, when acted upon, like don't talk to that girl, is directly leading to having to fucking go to hospital and take fucking meds.
Absolutely.
And so it's like, okay, well, I'm like, oh my god, okay, I'm gonna, for the sake of my whole well-being, I'm gonna go talk to that girl.
It's interesting the way you frame that, because like if I hadn't talked to you and someone on the street had said that to me, I'm like, man, you're catastrophizing. Just chill.
Yeah.
But I do understand, like, and I love how you frame that, like the consequences to not doing the thing, to not doing your fear.
Big, dude.
What's the consequences? Yeah.
So
yeah.
I did this. I've done this. I made an app to do this. Like a little like Claude coded app.
Yeah.
Which is a structure. I told you about this. Like
you did. Yeah. No. Of course.
Journaling
Yeah.
app. It's one of the things I use it for. I use it for like two main things. One is looking at the consequences of things.
Okay.
So once if I stay with this employee that I don't want to work with,
Yeah.
I'm less likely to turn up to work tomorrow. Once if I'm less likely to turn up to work together, I close fewer deals. Once if I close fewer deals, my mission of supporting 1 billion people is less likely to happen. What does happen? Regret an older life. Like, and then suddenly I think, oh shit, firing this person is so much nicer right now than having to fucking deal with all this other shit that not firing them is going to bring.
The bigger problem.
Yeah.
What it leads to.
So when you say it's like, I've done this thousands of times.
Yeah.
Like across like, I'm thousands of times is not understatement, because I've got an app, part of my app.
Yeah.
That's how many steps I've done. And I've done like, in the last 2 weeks, about 7,000 runs. So I like really run through scenarios, which like clears my brain and my subconscious. This is why I'm so chill.
Okay.
Or like off all of this bullshit of like, should I do this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the way you frame this, because it is good to kind of frame it for the people watching and listening, right? So if there was 3 things you could like bring to a desert island, one of them is this framework.
Yeah.
What are the other 2 things?
And I want to be at the same, it's very similar framework, but so I mentally rehearse things.
Okay.
So like I mentally.
That's so fucking clever, man.
So I'll be like, I'll give you an example. Right now, I have a business, we make a bunch of money, and I'm thinking, and we've got some really exciting partnerships that happen.
Okay.
I'm talking like fucking sick, all good, everything.
Yeah.
All being well.
Brilliant, dude.
It's really important for me to not walk blindly down the path of my life.
Okay.
But what keeps me blind? Fear. What keeps me fearful?
Yeah.
It's like these mental blocks.
Okay.
I have like a mental block. So a good example is, I, as a CEO and founder, one of the things I don't find very comfortable is really understanding the finances of my business.
Okay.
It's uncomfortable. It's like, oh, there's work for just this, or am I really like? It basically brings up all of these secondary questions that I've been like afraid of in the past.
Okay.
So what I was working on today as an example is, can I sit down and run through in my own mind a visual rehearsal of me understanding my finances fully? Like I open up Xero, I go to my P&L, I download and export 12 months of data. I go and like graph it, I try and work out some patterns. I go onto a forecasting tab. Like these simple things, these simple steps, if I can't think about them, if I can't sit down and think about them, and many people, I bet $5,000 that if someone says they want to go and do something, but they can't sit down and without resistance think about doing it, that's their block. Their block is not something else, it's the fact that their own mind is not allowing them, to even take the first step towards the edge. So I know this, this has been so instrumental for me. So what I'll do is I'll rehearse something. So I've got this little tool where I'll basically like, hey Claude, give me 75 steps, sense-based, i.e. like of me doing my finances.
Practical steps, yeah.
And then I'll sit there and I'll go through and I'll close my eyes and I'll go, firstly I'll open my computer. Secondly, I will type in my password.
Yeah.
And I'll go through in my mind all of the steps. And whenever my attention drifts, I'll say, okay, we've drifted. And then often it's tension in the body, mind, tension in my body.
Where do you feel tension for yourself?
Here, here.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, like here. It felt like someone had stabbed me here for about 20 years.
Yeah.
And it felt like someone had like nailed like fucking darts into my face for a
I've
while.
never heard of the face one before.
Like here.
Yeah.
It's like the centralized. It depends where your sense of like people's sense of self is, but like
Yeah.
mine.
Wow. That's really strong, dude.
Yeah. This is why I said meditation and breathwork stuff is primitive, and it is primitive
Yeah.
because if I'm using these 75 steps of a future rehearsal scenario, I'm going through each one. I'm imagining me opening my laptop, and suddenly my attention's like, no, you don't deserve this, and I'll say, okay, cool, we're going back. Everything's okay, we're fine, and I'm retraining my mind to go back to the image of opening my laptop. So I'm doing exactly the same practice as me doing breathwork. Exactly the same thing, or like mindfulness practice, but I'm using it in a sense that also allows me to rehearse a situation in my life that improves my life. So then I'll go back and like I am unstoppable with the things that I can do in my life. It's not even like the reason that materially things haven't changed that much is because this is like a recent understanding of mine, and I'm working through like core.
Pretty recent, like a week or 2 weeks.
This is like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
like, I'm working through all the stuff like finances, team management. Like I've fucking crushed it in terms of my team stuff. I think, like in the last week, it's like I used to not anyway. Long side tangent, but I'll go through and I'll go and mentally rehearse all of these steps.
Okay.
And this trains my switching of attention, and it allows me to familiarize my nervous system because what we see like with our eyes and what we see in our brain, as in our thoughts, are both fabrications of our brain. So our brain, or awareness, or whatever the fuck it means, I don't know, doesn't distinguish between what we physically see and touch and what we imagine to see and touch, because it's all part of the same thing anyway.
Okay.
So
your mind doesn't know the difference.
your mind doesn't know the difference because there is no difference. Because it's all part of the mind.
Absolutely.
Exactly. And so like we'll go through and I'll go through and I'll rehearse the whole thing. It like familiarizes my body and my nervous system with it. And then it's like great. So for example, I've got up like super early this week. I got up at 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock?
Yeah. It's Thursday today. 4 o'clock on Sunday morning.
Well done.
And I worked a fucking deep ass work session. I got all my shit done.
Respect,
for the
man.
week.
What time are you going to bed at?
Like 8. I was in bed at 8:30 last night. No, I was in bed at 9 o'clock last night because I had some work stuff. But why?
You've got an incredibly hard work ethic, by the way. Like you have.
No.
Do you not think so?
No, because I don't want it to be I don't want it to be pedestalized.
Yeah.
What I did to allow me to do this, because it's not willpower, and if the reason I think you say that is because the assumption is that it requires willpower and ethic, like work ethic, like focus to do this. It didn't. What I did is I said, give me the steps of 50 steps to run me through sensorially what it looks like to wake up at 4:30 in the morning. I sat down, and the first thing, when I imagined my alarm going off, first thought was like, you don't deserve to get up early, you don't deserve to have a good time. And
wow.
Okay, thank you for that, appreciate it. Training, this is all fine, we're all good, we're just rehearsing something new. Okay, great. Alarm is now in front of me, great. I'm now turning it off. And I rehearsed this whole situation.
Okay.
That's the effort piece. But that's like 15 minutes of my brain.
Yeah.
Next morning, alarm went off. I was like out of bed.
That is powerful. So mentally preparing yourself and going through those steps because your mind doesn't know the difference is number 2.
100%, dude. 100% Because now it's like if I'm doing my finances right now for my business and team management, and then I do sales. So I'm doing like all of the internal like business stuff.
Okay.
And then in about a month and a half's time, I'll be doing content. And so like
you were already doing content.
But I'm doing a bunch every single day because I did it once. I did this rehearsal once or twice.
Yeah.
And now I'm like I have zero anxiety of posting like average content.
Have any of your, because you're doing so much, I know it's only 2 weeks, but has any of it popped? Like as in like some of it has got like a 10,000, 50,000 views.
I got one thing for 8. No, the answer to that is no, and I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
And this is my assumption or my thought.
Shoot.
It's because I've run the rehearsal to reduce the resistance to doing this thing.
Okay.
So that I can like post stuff and I'm doing a bunch of stories. Like
it's good.
But I haven't sat down. If I think about posting really high quality, really thought out stuff, I feel tension in my body.
Okay.
If I sit down and be like, I'm going to sit down and plan, get really good hooks, go and do like content batching,
Yeah.
I still have internal resistance for it. But I know it's like a matter of how many hours I have in the day and what's higher leverage things.
Yeah.
Me getting my finance in my business and team management and sales fucking popping in my business will give me a higher return than me, at least this is the order, than me like perfecting my Instagram reels, which
For sure.
doesn't even generate me cash at this point and work for a long time.
Absolutely,
So
yeah.
like, I'm
This
fully
long for us.
aware.
Yeah, it's a long game for us.
Yeah, but I'm fully aware that once I clean my resistance, and I bet you $500 that once I'll let you know when I've done this. Once
Please
I clean
do.
my resistance, you'll
I'm
see
gonna hold
my
you down now,
you'll
it's
see my
recorded.
Instagram fucking and my social media pop.
Pop.
And
Yeah.
it's not even like it's not even like a thing I'm trying to like convince myself of. I just know through my experience of doing this in other aspects of my life right now,
Yeah.
that the thing that's stopping me from really committing to Instagram is internal resistance. But I know how to reduce this internal resistance. I'm just focusing my energy on other stuff that's high leverage right now. But once I do
Higher leverage, yeah.
Once I do it for this Instagram stuff, it's an aspect of like, okay, I'll just go through and like. Yeah, it's zero concern, which is why I'm planning stuff in the summer in like 4 months' time.
Yeah.
Around my album with some of my friends, and me being like, hey, just give me like 2.5 months to like clear up some of this other stuff, which is like legacy,
Yeah.
latent shit, and then I'll put it on. I'll go in on socials.
Okay. For me with socials, it's like my resistance was putting it out there. I felt insecure. What will people think? It won't be good enough. And I follow I saw a video with Gary Vee, and he's like, fuck the lighting, fuck the production, just get out and do it. I am posting. I am like putting out quality, and it like some of it's good, man. Some of it's bad, but I'm learning doing it. I'm seeing what's working. Like it's a real. We spend like one of my icks, and you're not. You're like, I love doers. I love people who are brave. One of my icks is people who fucking talk too much, and they think about it and they intellectualize it and they go they never go past that process and they think about it. I was one of those people. I would fantasize the life that I wanted or the ideal life, and I would just never get round to doing. And then Chris Williamson had like a clip about like, you talking about the thing is not doing it. You writing about the thing is not doing it. You planning about the thing is not doing it. Like, actually go and do. This is me doing right now. So, because I used to for me, when I was as a way of self-coping with my own stuff, when I was feeling my pain always came, my sense of self is here. I really like the way you use that, or brought that up. But I would write lists. I would write lists and things I'm going to do, and the lists went on and on. The lists were never looked at again, and I probably felt better in that moment, man. And that's got to be compassionate, but no, this is the year of doing for me. Even if it's good, even if it's bad, I'm doing it.
And I'm happy to see that, bro.
Yeah,
it's important. You're making waves.
But thank you. So we're going to take a quick halftime break because we are almost 50 minutes into talking.
50?
Yeah, dude. I told you. And I'm glad we're wrapping the framework around it because you and I can laugh all day, but I'm glad we've shared that for this episode. But
that's gonna be so helpful because I can share this because I've got so many people I want to explain this stuff to, but I can't be bothered to keep explaining it to all my.
Well, man, you've broken it down into the into the 1, 2, 3, and that's really. People like that. People like a framework. People like a methodology.
Yeah.
Because we're going to talk about your music for the last 10.
Oh, sick! Yeah.
And we got it. That's why. And this is because this is you're educating now. And that is your road to creativity, the way I'm seeing it. But it's time to talk about what you really care about, Monty, and what I feel makes you you. So, just before we do that, can you pass me a drink behind you? I'm very thirsty.
Yeah, for sure.
This is. Thank you very much. My friend Rama made this for us. It is Lopez Ria Tempache.
What is Tempache?
It is, he told me, it's like a kombucha-esque drink. I'm sorry, Rama, if I'm getting this wrong. But anyway, it's delicious, and I'm just going to pour you some. There you go.
Thank you, dude. Nice color.
It is, nice color. I love the bottles as well. There we go. A delicious glass of Tempache. I start my day every day.
This is what I've been missing. This is the third part of the thing I take to a desert.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you,
Ramos Lopez Rea. I love his logo. No, he's just come out with that, so he gave me a bottle today, so I just thought I'd bring it down and we have a little bit of a sip.
Nice, actually.
But let me put it over here. I kind of like, so again, like music, like you're a couple of weeks away from releasing your album. Like, you have released stuff before, Monty, though, or like what we saw inside.
Third proper project, but like this is my first proper project. This is a 17-track album.
Yes,
and it's so good, dude.
It is good.
It's the journey of an entrepreneur from quitting their job.
Yes.
Like there's this graph from the viewer's perspective. I'm not sure if the viewer. In time, when you start a business, all entrepreneurs go through this. You're going through this. I'm going through this.
Yeah.
Well, I think I've been through it now. I'm like at the other side.
Okay.
But this part of my life.
Do the Monty dance.
We did the graph. Yeah, the Monty dance is this bit. So just there's a song called Liquidity, and it's got like a special dance move in the album. It gives you like some dance moves to be like
put one hand in the air and the other from the side.
And make it bounce. Put the money to the ground. Everyone laugh. This is the liquidity.
Okay, so the graph.
This graph.
Okay,
and the graph is time versus feeling, like how good you feel.
Yeah.
So y-axis is feeling, how good you feel.
Okay.
X-axis is time. At the start of an entrepreneurial endeavor, we feel on an upward slant. We feel as time goes on optimistic, but like it's getting better.
Yeah.
You know, like first win, first customer, and suddenly we hit this little local maximum, where we suddenly realize that, oh shit, this is actually a little bit harder to make something successful.
Absolutely.
And there's a reason why 95% of businesses fail within their first 5 years.
Yeah.
And there's a reason why most people don't become entrepreneurs.
Because it doesn't make sense.
Because it's hard.
Yeah, it is hard. Absolutely.
It just requires like balls.
Yeah, Jim Carrey said it though really well. He's like, he always talks about his dad being the funniest person he knows, and he became an accountant because he thought it was safer. But at the end of the day, his dad still got fired from the accountancy firm. But he's like,
fail at something you don't love, so why not have a go at doing something you do love?
And that, like, I've heard that over and over, and it never really kind of hit my heart, man. But what did hit my heart, it was like Jim goes, like being a dad is hard, like getting married is hard, doing your job is hard, like living life is hard, like all of life is hard. At least choose your hard. Yeah, and then when I was in the pits, I'm like, I don't even know what my heart is right now. I'm gonna listen to my heart and just try. And that's, so like, choose your heart.
Jim Carrey's an absolute G.
He is.
Fucking love Jim Carrey. Have you seen the video of him at some gala event?
Which one?
So Jim Carrey, there's this theory that he had a really deep awakening. And by awakening, I don't mean in like the generic sense. It's like he realized that the Jim Carrey character that he was playing is also as real as any other film character that he had portrayed.
Okay.
And so he basically had like, he went a bit nuts, like all over social media.
Yeah.
He was just like talking about no self, and it's like what Eckhart Tolle did.
Yeah, Eckhart Tolle. Yeah.
He basically was a normal dude, and then apparently
he had this big awakening.
And he was like homelessness. He was homeless for a couple of weeks while he was freaking out. And like, what does this all mean? Jim Carrey went through the same thing.
Okay.
And got like really into meditation and stuff. And there's an interview of him at some Met Gala event, some like red carpet thing. And the interviewer is saying, "Why are you here, Jim?" He says, "I wanted to come to the most meaningless thing in the world, and I came to this." And the guy is like, obviously not buying into all of this like celebrity hype.
Yeah.
It's like people buy into so much. And big up Jim Carrey.
Okay.
Anyway.
So, sorry, I interrupted you there with our dance and the choosing your heart. Like, so this is your third project. This is 17 songs?
So there's this graph, and the graph is when you start an entrepreneurial thing, you get optimistic and it becomes difficult.
Yeah.
And then at that point, it becomes harder and harder and harder. So it's like up and then it goes down.
Yeah.
And this is hard, fuck this. And then eventually there's this minimum point. And this minimum point is, it has two scenarios.
Okay.
First scenario is what most people do, where they say, this is too hard, I'm going to go and do something else.
Yeah.
And they quit. And they fucking quit. And I did it as well for 18 months, and it didn't earn any new money for 18 months from my business. Because I kept getting here, and let me try another market. Oh, it looks good. No, it's actually harder than I thought. Let me try another product. Looks good. No, it's harder than I thought. Quit. Fucking circle after circle after circle. And so I think every entrepreneur who's watching this, if you're at this point where it's really hard, just know that starting something new doesn't make it easier.
Fuck yeah.
It just makes you think it's easier for a short amount of time, and you go to this same fucking minimum point.
Do you want it enough though? Yeah, I get, yeah. Like when you do quit, it's like, do you really want that? I had that with my last business. I didn't want it enough to go through that next point.
Yeah, that's true. You have to be like, I'm really lucky because I do health technology.
Yeah.
And it's so sick. We like help old people live.
No, it's incredible.
And so me pushing through was much easier because I was doing something for the benefit of society.
For sure.
But if I was doing something just like, if I was like a crypto's cool. If I was doing like Forex, if I was like a Forex bro, and I get to this like local minimum.
Actually, crypto's cool.
And I'm like this local minimum, and I'm like a Forex dude, I would find it hard. I'd quit. So
like,
choose your hard.
Choose your hard. Choose from your heart. There's Greg over there just doing a podcast. Sorry, our friend has just come in. Okay, so the album is coming out in 2 weeks. There's 17 songs.
Let me finish the graph, bro.
Oh, we're fucking okay.
This is the third time. Let me go back to the graph.
I'm so sorry.
So we get to this hard local point, and most people quit.
Yeah.
And then start again. And so at this point, it's important that we don't quit, we persevere, and then we continue the journey of entrepreneurship. And that is figuring out what the challenges that we're up against actually are, so we can control the downsides, i.e. if it's a very long sales cycle, that's fine, because controlling the downside means that you have customers who stay with you for a long time.
Yeah.
You know, it's like ups and downs, like the same with that's what our business is. And then you stay with it, and eventually you start to achieve, and in the end you have achievements, which
Absolutely,
is like fucking let's go awards and cash. And so the Big Business album is
Big Business. I didn't know that was the name.
It's called the Big Business album.
Big Business album.
I made it over the last 4 years as I've built my business.
Okay.
So in the evenings, during between cold calls, between hiring people, firing people, I have a guitar next to my desk. I wrote a song today while
Do you have a title?
What?
Do you have a title?
It's called Fire You, and it's I'm sad that I had to fire you. It goes, I'm sad that I had to fire you. My bad, I should have inspired you, because it's like basically a song about and then it's something about I lead, well at least I try to, my dreams are faster, my dreams were slower beside you. And so it's like I write I basically live my life, and then as a way for me to, I don't even know why I do it, it's just so relaxing to get things out.
It's a great release for you.
I write down stuff, and I created this whole album, not like this concept project that I'm going to sit down and write an album about building a business. I was like, I made music before, and I was like, I'm now building a business. So whenever I'm tired on a weekend, wherever it's like a break between cold, I would just sit down and be like, let me make a beat, and let me write some lyrics, and eventually, as I've built this business, I've made songs that reflect each different point of building the business. So it starts off as I just quit my job, and it's like, I just quit my job, motherfucker, so I can do what I want. So I can do what I want.
No way.
I just quit my fucking job.
I didn't know this was 4 years. I didn't know where that came in. That's okay.
And so I got a song called Start Dialing, and this is when I was in London with my ex-girlfriend, who I felt lots of pressure to try and make more money. And this song is like, literally the hook is, sick of being fucking broke, start dialing. Your girlfriend thinks you're a fucking joke, start dialing. Sick of no Rolex on your wrist, start dialing. So pick up the phone and start dialing. Pick up the phone, start dialing. And then it's like, something like, live in a flat that smells like shit, start dialing. Because I remember my flat in London was like I didn't keep it that clean. It was like, I was 4 years ago, I was just a mess, dude. And so I would, and the lyrics are like, remind me what year this is, because I'm still stuck in the mix in a tiny flat. Wake up 5 to 6, tired as shit with a wife that's a 5 or 6 at best. Driving my Nissan Micro Whip, which I have, to my 9 to 5 for a guy I hate. Which is like this idea, like some parts are slightly like more relatable.
For sure.
What kind of life is this? What kind of life is this? And this is what I felt. And I want to tell one more lyric.
No, dude, this is amazing. This is really fucking powerful, man.
And so it's like one Sunday evening in an act of self-pity, in my flat with a candle lit near me, eyes closed, done something with a candle lit dimly, And then it's like I can't remember the lyrics of my song.
Yeah.
Basically, I go on and tell this story about like how like God, can you hear me? What do I do? And then the answer to God is pick up the phone and start dialing. And it's because I fucking lived this, dude. I lived all this music and shit. Is I fucking like another song called "Keep Your Vision." It's like I remember talking to my brother when he was on a cycle trip, because my brother and I started a business together, and he left and he went and cycled to Thailand from London. And I called him up one day and I was like, "Yo, bro," and he's like, "How you doing?" And I was like, "I'm fine." And he goes, "I can tell you're not fine." He was like, "When was the last time you made music?" And I was like, "I haven't made music in like a month." And he was like, "Go home and pick up a pen and write a fucking song." And so in the song literally says, so pick up the pen and start again. You've dreamed it once, so you can dream it once more.
Yeah.
And it's like of this shit.
I love this.
All of this shit, dude, is like I sampled one of my business partners in the song. Like in one of the songs, I say, "I can't believe people want to work for someone." And this wasn't even planned. We were on a Zoom call, and he was like, "Yeah, I'd rather be desolate, homeless, than have to work for someone." And I'm like, this is such a cool snippet of just like truth. And I just put it in the album. Alex Hormozy, who's been an absolute rock in terms of my motivation for this, I sampled him, and there's a clip he's got in this video where he's sat on a private jet, and he's talking about the importance of just like turning up every single day and just doing the thing. And I remember watching this video like 10 times.
Yeah.
And I took my favorite bit, which is like, start the timer for 4 hours, and the next day, get up and set the timer again for 4 hours. Next day, what do? You wake up and set the timer again for 4 hours, and you don't fucking stop.
Yeah, it is. You need that.
And so like I put all of this shit, like all of this life stuff over the last 4 years in this music. And I had it like basically all written. And I got to Canada in last May, and I was like, okay, time to like book a studio. All the beats I'd produced and finished, all the lyrics were done, and I just locked in and just like recorded it. I went to the studio every single week and then booked out like a week and a half of the studio and got
Monty.
it all done. And now it's like an album that is literally like, if you're an entrepreneur and you're stressed and you're either like heavily optimistic or you're in your like dark spaces, like this album will resonate with you because I made it to motivate myself. I literally, I knew at some point I'd be like, and I still think this, that I'm going to be like on stages performing this album and my music, because I've done some festivals.
I know you will, yeah.
But like at the time, it's
dude,
like,
I can't wait to go to those gigs.
it's going to be sick.
Yeah.
At the time, I was like, I just need music. Like the Start Dialing one, I just made for my fucking self, because I was like, I'm just sick and tired of not having motivation to pick up the phone and fucking do the work. So I was like, pick up the phone and start dialing. Girlfriend thinks you're fucking doing start dialing. So I'd be like, okay, in my headphones, listening to it. Okay, get my dialer up, call someone. No, they don't want to buy it. Listen to the song again. My alarm from my fucking Pomodoro, you know when you work 25 minutes on and then 5 minutes off, was that song.
Good dude.
Not because I was like, I want to make this music for other people to film it. It's like, I just need this shit to keep me like going. And so like, I don't even like, just finishing it is such a huge unlock for me as a human being.
100%.
It's like, I don't even like, bro, to have a business now and to have documented the fucking journey of building this fucking business in art. That's why I think it's so sick, because like, I'd find me another entrepreneur who's built a 7-figure business, bootstrapped with any...
Now it's incredible.
Without any fucking VC funding, with a brother who just disappeared as half co-founder. This isn't like poor me, it's like just find me someone like this.
You're allowed to state the fucking facts.
Yeah, it's like, and who's made it...
That's not poor me.
I made like a sick artistic album, not like some guy who's like a fucking part-time guy who makes a couple of beats, like an actual like full creative masterpiece.
Monty, your music is...
It's
I really
sick.
love your
it's
voice.
It's fucking sick.
Even you talking there, like my heart feels it. Like I can feel it pick up.
Yeah, it's like, it's just really high quality. I believe in it fully. So, and that's why I think it's such a unique thing to be bringing to the world, because it's like there's not that much intersection between business and art.
No, this is what. Yeah,
and I just love the fact, like, I love building something that's meaningful in the real world, and also taking that and helping other entrepreneurs, but mainly myself, like it's selfishly myself, to stay motivated and like hyped to like continue to do it. Like I made this song, the I'm sad that I had to fire you song, because I was literally preparing to fire someone on my team, and I was like, I just feel sad, and I was like, I don't know what to do, I don't want to go on my phone, I don't want to fucking do any work. And so in those moments I just pick up my guitar and I just like write some shit, I like record it through my headphones, and yeah, so it's just like it's like how I don't even know. My third thing that I bring to my desert island would be
what a way
music.
to... Thank you for looping that in.
Yeah.
That would be your third. Would it be a guitar?
Would be music. I don't even care, like, my laptop in Ableton, I don't care as long as I can just make music.
Can I ask just one more question before we finish off today? That Monty who was 10 to 27, I think you said, like, there's people who feel like Monty right now. Like, what would you say to that Monty for where you are today? Like, Monty, what the fuck do I do? Or what would you just say to those people if they're sitting here?
Genuinely, I'd say DM me and let me like run you through what I did in more depth. And like, I don't, not to sell anything.
No, I know, dude.
I know. I just like hate people who like try and sell shit. Like,
but no, you're like that. You don't like.
I'm just,
you're very sincere.
Yeah. I would say like DM me and then run me through what's going on, and like very, very, very likely that I will like understand what's going on, and I will run you through what I specifically did. And yeah, that's it. Just DM me. Like, and in addition to that, I don't watch porn, don't drink, exercise regularly.
Yeah.
Like, get just like basic foundations of what makes a good life in place.
Okay.
Like, don't wank. Wanking is fucking terrible. So why would you like? It's all this energy just gone.
Yeah.
Cut out people who are negative. 100%. I didn't go home for Christmas because I didn't want to be around my family.
Yeah.
And like, I love my family, fucking great. Like, big respect. So no hate to them whatsoever. But at that point in life, I just didn't want to be around.
Of course.
That environment. So it's like, be selective with friends. Really selective with friends.
I know, dude. You are. For me, interpreting you, I think there's a really lovely, beautiful side that I think comes out when you get to know you. But like the person that I see throughout from meeting you, that like our first time, and I felt this is kind of full circle. It's quite cool. I'm like, I met this dude at a dinner, and now we're chatting like this together. I think that's really beautiful. But the other side is, you do what you want in the best way possible. Like, you really speak and do your truth, man.
And it's the best thing for everyone else.
Yeah, that's the Monty I know. I did not know 10 to 27-year-old Monty. Yeah,
I don't know that Monty either anymore, thank God. So yeah, I would just say like foundations in place. What made a really big difference? In all honesty, some big magic mushroom trips.
Yeah.
But if you have like a really terrible mental health, I mean, like, I was suicidal when I took it because I didn't know what else to do.
Yeah,
and it helped me. But like, I'm not going to encourage people, whatever.
Yeah, I know, but it just hurts. Yeah.
What else? What else made me like really see the beauty of life? Art, sunsets, nature, Costa Rica.
Yeah, Santa Teresa.
Like not like getting out of the game. There's a really good book called Reality Transurfing. I think I mentioned it before, not on stage, like with you.
Yeah.
But it's basically like in life we have these really, really big things that try and persuade us to do certain things. Like the general narrative of you need to be really rich is a societal creation that we like internalize. Just don't buy into these games. Don't fight against them, and then don't fight for them. Just don't fight. Just be like, okay, I'm gonna just move my attention to something else, and just move your attention to stuff that makes you happy, like making art or building a business or going exercising with good people, like surfing. Just like, don't buy into all of this bullshit, all these games that people spend their whole life, like politics, all this bullshit. Just like, fucking unplug. Just unplug. I would say I've really unplugged when I went to Kenya, and then since unplugging from Kenya, I've never plugged back in, and it's just been of my own benefit, and I think the benefit of the world because I'm like more productive and more authentic, and I think other humans just want to see authenticity.
They do. I think you want to see authenticity. I see that. Yeah. So do I. I do this fucking like. I've no other choice, man, but to speak my truth.
Bro, that's why I love hanging out with you, because we have a hilarious time.
Yeah, and I was like, oh shit, because like there's so many beautiful parts of the conversations we had, and then we were 45 minutes in. Not saying it wasn't that, but then I was like, oh crap, I really, because like I feel your soul speaks when you talk about music a lot.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, but for me, like I have no other, like for my factual self, I'm like, Patrick, when you played it safe, it all fucking did not work out for you.
Yeah.
Like you might as well just go for it.
Yeah. It makes me happy to see you do this, bro.
Yeah. I love it here. Yeah. I do. This is home.
Same. Costa Rica's home.
Give me a hug. Oh, no. Give me a hug.
That was good, bro. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah.
You were fucking great.
Yeah. A lot of energy out. That was dope.
Yeah, I'm glad. Thank you for making me laugh like a child at the start.
And those smoothies were great.
Yeah.